Hello, Tim from Fairplay now on the 2nd of July 2024. So just a quick couple of update sort of points of order type things before I get into the main thing about what I want to talk about today. First of all, I mentioned in my last video where I was speaking to camera like this, how Richard Vobes has been banned for 3 months and where you can find him his alternative channel, which that is the Vobes Show. But he has only been banned for a week and we're about halfway into that now anyway. But he should be back whenever it might be, sort of Friday, Saturday. And until then, you can catch him on the Vobes Show. So that's that. And you might have noticed the last couple of days I've been putting up really some videos from the Sounds Beautiful Festival, the Matt Le Tissier, Richard Vobes one, and also the Alistair Williams one. What I'm doing is I'm only doing either the first sort of 10 minutes or just highlights of these videos, not the whole things. And I'm saying at the end of the videos, the full versions of the performances are coming soon. Watch this space, but it doesn't mean that that's going to be appearing on my channel. What I'm kind of doing is paving the way for the other videographers who sort of were there. So I noticed that the whole Matt Le Tissier Richard Vobes talk is now on WTF is going on. A guy called Simon who does that, who I see a lot of these things. He's kind of one of the other videographers, and we often have a bit of a sort of a talk and a sort of a banter and that kind of thing. So he's recorded the whole thing, and I'll let you go and watch that if you want to see the whole Matt Le Tissier Richard Vobes interview. Link in the description box below here. And no doubt he'll be putting up the Alistair Williams one as well, and I'll be doing highlights from some of the other talks as well soon, so watch the space for those, definitely. Anyway, what I want to talk about after that little preamble is I've just done a job, come back, basically just sorting out a faulty socket and also kind of quoting for some new lighting that they need in there. And the lady is there on her own. Her husband is in the hospital at the moment. He had a stroke at some point last year, and he's in the hospital now because he's had a reaction to, I'm sure you can guess what. And so he's had a reaction from that, and now he's in hospital. He has gone down with the lurgy, you know, the thing that starts with C, the thing that he should have been protected against from that. So I don't know. It just beggars belief, doesn't it? How, you know, all of this kind of stuff's going on and people still can't put 2 and 2 together. But it is, I'm kind of a bit exasperated here because I've mentioned that other elderly couple who I did some work for a couple of months ago, and how they are now suffering from those things that went in there. So I am on my travels around and about starting to come across people who are affected by these things. That's okay. You might say, well, it's only sort of 2 people or 2 lots of people that you've come across in 2 months. But you know, it is, I am seeing it in real life here. It's not something that I'm just seeing on other people's channels and YouTube and news reports and Telegram groups and all of that kind of thing. I am coming across people in real life who are suffering from these things. So yeah, that is one thing that is a worry, I've got to say. And funnily enough, I'm sitting here, I come up here, it's not far from my house. It's a place that I come to that's got a big car park, it's quiet, and it's good for making videos. And but the building over there, well, I can't quite see it because there's trees in the way, but there's a building just over there which is my local polling station. So in 2 days' time I may or may not be going in there to vote in the general election here in the UK, which is only 2 days away now, happening on the 4th. And I still haven't 100% made up my mind as to exactly what I'm going to be doing, whether I'll be voting tactically for an independent maybe, or maybe the Reform Party, I don't know, or whether I'm going to be going in there and spoiling my vote. Funnily enough, on Sunday at the Sounds Beautiful Festival, I actually was privileged to sit through a live version of UK Column News. So had all the crew there, sort of, Brian and the other guys, and they put on a good show there. But one thing that Brian was saying at one point during the show was he said it is a good thing to go in and spoil your vote and just write something. He said don't swear or be aggressive and rude, just polite, do something polite, like I do not consent to this system because I think it's corrupt, or something like that. Whatever you want to write, as long as it's polite, he was saying, because apparently any spoilt vote with a message like that written on there is actually read out to all of the candidates. So if you write something on there, they will actually listen to it. And as it's UK Column News saying that, I presume that is kind of solid news, as it were, something that actually happens. But what am I going to do on Thursday out of those three options? Not voting at all, spoiling my vote, or voting tactically. Haven't 100% decided yet, but I am sort of thinking that I probably won't bother at all. I'm just so, the last 4 years, 4.5 years has just totally opened my eyes as to how deeply corrupt the whole system is, the whole shebang is. And absolutely none of them, I don't care who you're talking about, absolutely none of them were particularly supportive at all of people like me, and many others who refused to get a certain thing and were facing all of the persecution, all of the harassment, all of the coercion, etc. And no one stood up. Of course, the main parties were voting on sort of things that were aiming to take away our freedoms. So I'm definitely not going to be voting for anyone like Labour or the Conservatives. No way. And out of the others, even like the Greens and the Liberals, and even Nigel Farage and most of the Reform Party, they weren't speaking out for us, were they? None of them were. I didn't hear anyone sort of standing up there in Parliament or anywhere else who's got a major platform, someone like Nigel Farage, who has got a strong voice in this country. He didn't stand up there and sort of say, look, in no way, shape or form should we be kind of hounding and harassing and persecuting someone who, these people who are choosing bodily autonomy. That's not the way we do things in this country. That's what he should have been saying, but he didn't. All of these people stayed silent and expected us just to battle through on our own or to cave in. So, I don't think any of those people deserve my support, to be honest with you. And therefore, I think the most likely course of action, you might think I'm right, you might think I'm wrong, but I doubt I'll be coming up to this building and going in there and casting a vote. you know, refusing to participate in the system altogether is the way I'm probably going to go. There's no one coming to save us. We really need to look out for ourselves. We need to live our lives how we want to, obviously lawfully, in a lawful fashion, but you know, outside of the system as much as we can. And the first step of, to being outside the system is not to participate in it in elections. So that is my thoughts for today. What I might do is come up here on Thursday and just make a video. You know, I may well have still gone in there and cast a vote, or I might have decided not to go in there, and I'll have some reasoning, you know, kind of behind my course of action. But at the moment, that's what my thoughts are. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, like I say, look in the description box below for the full Matt Le Tissier, Richard Vobes interview. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.